historic Harris Field on the campus of Lewis Clark State College at Lewiston, Idaho, the 50th anniversary of the 2006 Avista NAIA World Series. Sean Emery with you, game number 12. And John Pillis will be joining me shortly doing a color. And we're going to cruise through here. Game number 12. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big crowd on hand and sunshine all around as we get ready for this game between Lubbock Christian and, for the first time ever, University of British Columbia, who is coming down south here to Lewiston, Idaho, to play in this World Series. And Lubbock Christian, of course, it had a night off after knocking off the host, Lewis Clark State College, 4-3 on Friday. And both of these teams in the winner's bracket. And keep going on. We had an earlier game between Embry-Riddle and Cumberland. That one ended up a 7-2 ball game in favor of the team from Tennessee, who won the title a couple of years ago in 04. And so Embry-Riddle back down in that bracket now that they're going to have to fight to get back close to that championship game. And one of these two teams is going to slide back as well. And the umpires for this game, Mel Gatson behind home plate, Rick Jaggers at first, Ken Starkey at second, and Bruce Allen at Christian will bat first. And their lineup, Adrian Abraham, the left fielder, leading off. John Dover, the center fielder, bats second. Blandon Hancock, right fielder, batting third. The cleanup man at first baseman, Michael Harkins. Manny Paula, the catcher, batting number 5th. Lance Rena, second baseman, batting number 6. Matt Dougherty, the third baseman, number 7. Zach Bernard, designated hitter, bats 8th. And Rolando Fajardo, the shortstop, batting 9th. And that is the lineup as it goes offensively for the Chaparrals of Lubbock Christian. 48-15 the record. And they are coached by Nathan Blackwood, assistants Bob Fannin, John Bimmerly, Jake Reinhardt, and Jeff Steele. And John Phillips in here had to get caught up after doing the game earlier with Embry-Riddle. And looked like a very good game on tap. Both we can have either a lot of offense or some solid pitching between these two teams this evening.
Yeah, this should be a good matchup, as opposed to the previous game that just finished between Embry-Riddle and Cumberland, two teams that have been here each and every year for the last couple of years. Two teams here that are relative newcomers to the NAIA World Series. Of course, UBC, literally a newcomer. Lubbock Christian has been here in the past, but hasn't been here for a number of years. So a new coach, entirely new ball club, and for all intents and purposes, a first-time appearance here in Lewiston in recent years. So this should be one of those games that you really don't know a whole lot about. They both have wins under their belt. Lubbock, of course, beat LC on Friday night. British Columbia knocked off Bellevue, but just one game under their belt. Really can't tell a lot about either ball club. But on paper, after watching both of them play, they're two very good teams, and it should be an outstanding matchup tonight.
And on the mound for UBC, Doug Grant, number 25, 6'3", 225-pound junior out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Record 11-1, ERA just over 3 runs a game. All of his 13 appearances were starts. Only one complete game. He worked 75 innings. Tremendous control, only 15 walks, and not overpowering at the plate, but he'll be around there. Only 46 strikeouts in those 75 innings. But expect him to make his defense do the work for him. As I said, not overpowering, but he's around the plate, only 15 walks, not a lot of hit batters, and he's going to be good on that mound.
Yeah, British Columbia looked like a very solid ball club the other day against Bellevue. Got out to the gates early. They did give up 6 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning to make it 13-11, and looks like a much closer game on paper. But they led that game from the get-go and played very solidly, and like I said, just gave up some runs down the stretch. But they looked very good in the early going against Bellevue on Saturday night.
And UBC got here via 2-game sweep over Concordia out of Irvine, 9-4 and 13-2. Of course, the Eagles out of Irvine, California, headed home after their first appearance. They got out of here with 1 win. And the Warriors of Lewis Clark State College in a big offensive explosion, winning 17-2 in the first game of the day. And or the second game of the day, actually. And the first game of the day, Auburn Montgomery knocked off Bellevue in 10 innings, 7-6. And we're ready to go here. Adrian Abraham, the left fielder, number 9, a junior, will step in to face Doug Grant. And the first pitch on the way. Fouled back. Fastball upstairs and inside and down by the hands as Abraham fouled that off. Strike one.
Abraham 1 for 4 against Lewis Clark State the other night on opening night.
And the 0-1 pitch misses. Defense for UBC. At first base, Johnny Hughes. Second, Mark Capone. Over third, Tyler Hughes. Shortstop is Davey Wallace. Here's the 1-1 pitch. One big hop to second. Capone over to first base. Johnny Hughes handles it and quickly one away. Out in the outfield, Adam Campbell at left. Over in center, Tyler Wilson. And in right field, Connor James, the catcher, is Ian Prescott. John Dover, number 7, the center fielder. Batting second on deck, Blandon Hancock. And the first pitch to Dover. A ball, 1-0 the count. Beautiful evening for baseball in Lewiston, Idaho, and another good crowd on hand. 1-0 pitch. Almost hit one off the plate. Nice play, shortstop. Oh my, what a play. Davey Wallace had to come up with that off a high hop and handled it just right. Fires it over to Johnny Hughes, and quickly 2 outs.
Well played there by the shortstop for the Thunderbirds, coming across to make the play on the run. Had to make a quick throw across his body and did just that, right on target. And quickly 2 up and 2 down here for Lubbock Christian in the top of the first.
Senior right-hander Blandon Hancock, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. Hancock on the year, 369 in the regular season. 12 home runs. And he goes right after the first pitch and knocks it past the diving third baseman Tyler Hughes, and a 2-out single for the Chaparrals.
Yeah, Hancock just got a pitch there that he hit hard, just hit it in the right spot and chopped it to the left of the third baseman, to the right of the shortstop, found that hole there, and a 2-out single brings up Harkins.
Well, here's the big bomber, 19 home runs and 84 runs. It's batted in for Michael Harkins, the first baseman in the regular season. And Grant going to need to be careful with him. The first pitch and staying outside.
Harkins ready to go to work up there, and I use the word work intentionally. Look at the gloves he's wearing there, Sean. Work gloves that he bats with. Those are not batting gloves. Those are work gloves.
And the 1-0 pitch. And Grant being very careful with the big young man. And a count 2-0 now.
When you grip the bat that hard and swing that hard and hit 19 homers, you got to go to work up there.
2-0 the count. Runner at first. Toss back, not in time. Good little snap throw by Grant.
Sun and the shadows starting to become a factor here at Harris Field tonight.
And Grant ready. The 2-0 pitch. And misses again with the big right-hander, Michael Harkins. 3-0 the count. So after getting 2 quick outs on 4 pitches, he in trouble now of having 2 base runners after 2 away. Pitch on the way and finds it right there.
Took a little something off that one behind 3-0 and just grooved one right down the middle for strike 1.
3-1 the count. Runner at first. Pitch on the way, and strike 2, just catches the corner, and full count 3-2.
Good running fastball there. Looked like that pitch started out over the outer half of the plate and ran back in right down the center, and in there for called strike 2.
Hancock will be going on this pitch from first base, and here we go. Grant's still going to have to be careful. Here's the pitch to Harkins, and he pops it up and out of play, and we'll do it all over again.
Pitch on the outer half there. Harkins tried to pull it and fouled it off. If he had gone with that pitch and taken it to right field, he may have been able to have a better shot at putting it in play, but he will stay alive here. 3-2.
Runner will go again. There's a runner goes, and it could be right in the gap, and it is.
Did what he didn't do last time. He took it the other way and drives it hard on the ground for a 2-out base hit. Now first and third for the Chaps.
Good job, runner going on that play. Hancock gets over to third base, 90 feet away. And now the Chaparrals have a runner in scoring position. Manny Paula, the catcher.
Paula 0 for 3 against Lewis Clark on opening night. Did score a run, however.
And did a good job defensively behind the plate.
Sure did. Reached on a walk in that ball game to score his only run of the night.
So here we go. Grant trying to get out of this inning after 2 quick outs, and strike 1 on Paula. Paula during the regular season, second on the team, or tied for second on the team with home runs, 13, drove in 60, and hit 382. Not a bad average for your catcher. 0-1 pitch.
Just missed it, fouled it off back over top of the press box here.
And the count 0-2.
Paula from the Bronx, New York. Interesting to find out how he got from the Bronx all the way down to Lubbock, Texas.
A little warmer, I guess, but actually it gets quite cold being from West Texas. That's a little bit north of where I lived for a long time, and it gets very cold up there. So
talk about a change of pace from
from
the Bronx to West Texas.
Yes.
It doesn't get much further extremes than that.
0-2 pitch to the junior catcher on the way. Grant wanted him to try to chase something, but couldn't get it close enough to really make Paula offer at it, and the count 1-2. Game number 12, the 4th game of day 3, just underway. We're in the top of the first inning and no score. And misses, count 2-2. Lubbock Christian University coming out one of the tough regionals. They knocked off defending champion Oklahoma City, along with Oklahoma Baptist, Houston Baptist, and then took 2 straight for Culver Stockton out of Missouri to make it up here out of the Super Regionals. And after getting ahead 2 strikes, you can't get a break.
That pitch just missed.
From Blue behind the plate, Mel Ganson. Now the count is full, 3-2, and runners at the corners. Just about out of this inning, and can find himself in big time trouble with a power hitter at the plate. There goes the runner, and the ground ball.
It's going to get through.
Up the middle. And here comes Hancock in to score. And now the ball bobbles away from the center fielder, and Harkins did a little slipping and sliding around there as he turned third. I don't think he would have made it if he would have came on, even if he hadn't have fallen down.
Yeah, that was a good move to stop him up there. Was a ball got away from the center fielder for British Columbia, but not far enough away for the runner to keep on going around third and come home. And we'll have a pinch runner here for Lubbock Christian, the courtesy runner.
Come again, Trevor Bell.
The little guy, 5'5", 130. Smallest guy on any of the 10-team rosters here at the 2006 World Series.
So Grant's now going to have to shake this off. He was close to getting out of this with no trouble. Lance Bina coming to the plate now and doing that little, let's look at third, but not really mean to throw over there, so we can see what the guy at first is going to do. Again, though, it's one of these philosophies that if you got 2 outs, let's worry about the batter because the previous 2 have caused you problems.
Yeah, focus on Lance Bina here and try to get out of this thing without any further damage.
3 consecutive 2 outs hits against Doug Grant. And the pitch. At a ground ball. Nice little play. He's going to have to hurry, though. Throw is on time. The second baseman over there, Mark Capone, bobbed it a little bit, but stayed with it, didn't panic, and got it over to Johnny Yu. But one run across off of 3 hits, 2 stranded. And we'll go to the bottom of the first inning with Lubbock Christian leading UBC at the 2006 Avista NAIA College World Series, the 50th anniversary. Back with more after this timeout on LC TV. And back to Harrisfield, the 2006 Avista NAIA College World Series 50th anniversary. That is a long time. And we're here at Harrisfield expecting a very good game. And of course, the starting pitcher for UBC, Doug Grant, looked like he was going to cruise through that top of the first inning pretty quickly. But then 3 consecutive 2-out hits and 1 across. And now it'll be time for UBC to come up to see if they can tie the game up. Mark Capone and Tyler Hughes and Johnny Yu. First 3 hitters in the lineup. Capone batting to the left side. They'll face Raymond Pelton. And the first pitch from the 6'2", 220-pound junior out of Carlsbad, New Mexico, is a ball. 1-0 pitch. Nice pitch there, strike 1.
Pelton on the year 7-4, 16 starts, 7 complete games, 103 innings pitched with a 4.53 earned run average.
1-0 pitch, Capone. It's a 2-hopper over to Lance Bina. And there's 1 away. Tyler Hughes, the third baseman, steps in from the right side.
Top of the BC lineup was hot against Bellevue. Capone was 3 for 5, Hughes 2 for 5.
First pitch from Pelton is a ball. We'll set the defense shortly for Lubbock Christian. There's a nice pitch there. The count 1-1. At first base, Michael Harkins, who had started it out the rally, got actually back and was the second of 2 in a row of 2-out singles. Lance Bina at second, Matt Doherty at third. And there's a sky-in pop-up. And it's going to get over the fence and bounced around. Nobody could catch that one. And the count is 2-2. At shortstop, Orlando Fajardo. Left field, Adrian Abraham. Center field, John Dover. And in right, Blandon Hancock. Behind the plate is Manny Pollock for Pelton. And Hughes hits a long fly ball. Back, just short of the warning track. And hauling it in, number 2, Blandon Hancock, and 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. So the bottom of the first has started out just like the top of the first. And will it be Johnny Yu, the big senior, to get the first hit for the Thunderbirds?
Breaking ball that Hughes tried to take the other way, just got under it a little bit for the second out of the inning.
And it's 2-0 now. Two pitch upstairs, 3-0, and here we go. Except the other time it started with an 0-2 and then 3 straight balls. So
had the same problem in the previous game, Embry-Riddle and Cumberland.
And strike 1.
All 7 runs for Cumberland were scored with 2 outs.
And of course, a big grand slam that I was watching it. And ball up, there's a strike and a count full. I was watching that, and at first I thought it bounced off the first bank sign, one of the lower signs out there. But again, the right fielder made the most noise, and it actually hit off the top. And there's a shot down the left field line, fair ball. So a 2-out double by Johnny Yu, and the Thunderbirds trying to make some 2-out magic now.
The Thunderbirds making some noise, too, in addition to making magic. Of course, other than the host team, Lewis Clark, they are the closest geographically. They have brought some fans down from British Columbia, and their fans are loving Johnny Yu's line drive laser beam into the left field corner. And he's in scoring position with 2 outs. And again, a 2-out rally started here. Yu, a hot hitter, 372 on the year with 14 doubles, and make it 15 now for the season.
Steve Bell Irving, the designated hitter and cleanup hitter, number 26. We'll try to drive you in from second base. And the first pitch to Bell Irving's a strike. And Pelton starts out ahead of this batter. 0-1 on the way and up and in. Count even at 1-1. If Bell Irving should make it, Connor James, the right fielder, be up next.
Here you see Bell Irving's stats there with 7 homers and 47 RBIs on the screen.
Here comes the 1-1, and Pelton drops a little off-speed pitch. One hopper back to him, a little throw over to first, and gets out of any trouble.
Nice breaking ball there.
So a 2-out double by Johnny Yu goes for an out as he's stranded down at second. And Lubbock Christian will come back to bat in the top of the second, still leading 1-0 at the 2006 Avista NAIA College World Series, the 50th anniversary on LC TV. And back to Harris Field on the campus of Lewis Clark State College in Lewiston, Idaho, the 2006 Avista NAIA College World Series 50th anniversary on LCTV. And also this year for the first time live on the webcast. Sean Emery along with John Phillips hanging in with the color, and also understand that we may have Coach Woody Hunt in from Cumberland a little bit later for about a half inning.
That's what TJ told me, so as soon as I see Coach Woody, I will yield the headset and
You're gonna
turn him loose.
Yeah. Dougherty's going to lead it off. At a high fly ball, the right fielder. Coming over, Connor James hauls it in and one away. Dougherty out of Midland, Texas. I mentioned that because that was right next to where I used to live down there.
As you mentioned earlier, Sean, Lubbock Christian coming out of Region 6. Arguably the toughest region in the NAIA, and representing themselves very well thus far.
Zach Bernard, the designated hitter, batting number 8. It's not very often I've noticed, or in any kind of baseball, whether it's the big leagues or whatever, in the American League, the designated hitter is usually batting much higher in the lineup than number 8. You usually pick somebody that can hit a little, with a little power. Bernard in this case, though, not too bad. 13 home runs, 47 runs batted in, so it does give you some pop down at the bottom of the lineup. And the count 2-1.
Nice backdoor curveball there by the Thunderbird pitcher to the left-hand hitting Zach Bernard.
He also drove in 47. And the swing and a miss. Nice pitch.
I tell you what, he looks like a big power hitter. When you see his body in there, when the camera zoomed in on him at home plate, he is built like a fire plug out there. Biceps on that guy and the forearms are imposing. Don't leave anything up in the zone to him.
2-2 count on the way. And fly ball deep left center field. Going back. It's going to hold up, though, a couple feet short of the warning track. And the left fielder, Adam Campbell, runs it down, and Bernard just missed that one.
Just got under it a little bit, lifted it to left field all the way to the warning track, but not deep enough. And quickly, 2 outs again.
Well, if the Chaparrals are going to get anything going here with 2 out, it'll be up to Rolando Fajardo, the shortstop, to get it going. Swinging a miss on an inside pitch, and in the hole 0-1. So Grant had his trouble after 2 outs in the first. Going to try to get himself a 1-2-3 inning. And a ground ball. Scooped up nicely by Capone over to first to you, and a 1-2-3. Top of the second. Ran up for Doug Grant of the Thunderbirds. We go to the bottom of the second inning. UBC comes to bat trailing 1-0 at the 2006 Avista NAIA College World Series, the 50th anniversary. Back with more after this timeout on LC TV. And back to Harris Field, 1-0 ball game with Lubbock Christian University and UBC going at it in game number 12 of this year's 2006 Avista NAIA College World Series. 1-0, as I said, and Lubbock Christian finally a 1-2-3 inning. Both of these pitchers, though, look like they can come at you pretty hard and really fool you with some off-speed pitches.
Yeah, these are, looks like the number 2 pitcher on each of their staffs, being their second game. Both got quality starts out of their number 1 guys, and good mixture of hard stuff and off-speed stuff. And there's the off-speed pitch, starting things off against Connor James here in the bottom of the second inning.
Connor James, the right fielder, number 5 in the lineup. Behind him, Adam Campbell, the left fielder, and Ian Prescott, the catcher. And there's a shot, back. It is gone. That was at the top of the left field bleachers, and high enough for somebody almost to catch, but it couldn't hold on to that heater there, and it's a tie ball game, 1-1. My, oh my.
Connor James comes into the World Series with 10 home runs and quickly make it 11. That was a no-doubter. Left fielder told you everything about it. Look, he doesn't even turn around hardly. And he says, oh,
Pelton.
No chance.
Pelton hung that one out to dry. And here's Adam Campbell now, the left fielder.
That's got the British Columbia fans making some noise now as we're tied at 1.
Here comes the pitch from Pelton, and misses. We'll see how Pelton reacts now after giving up that big blast to left field on the first pitch of the bottom of the second. Comes hard for that and misses, and the count now 3-0. Well, he's not tremendously wild, but he's not been able to get it over. And he misses on 4 straight pitches.
Yeah, didn't miss by much on any of them, but he did miss by enough on all of them.
So leadoff home run by James and a walk to Campbell now. And here comes Ian Prescott, the catcher. Bats from the left side. And Pelton gets Prescott to foul tip that one and in the hole 0-1. There goes the runner, 0-1 pitch, misses, throw down, not in time. The shortstop, Fajardo, came over and it bounced over his glove. Unfortunately, good backup by Lance Bina there, the second baseman. And a clean stolen base there by Adam Campbell. So that's where a free pass gets you into trouble. Now they have another runner in scoring position. Throw back, not in time. Got the hand in there.
Shortstop came over and tried to block the bag there and unable to do so.
So here we go, a ball and a strike on the catcher. Nobody out here in the bottom. Play there by the left fielder, Adrian Abraham, as he runs that down.
Yeah, nice running catch for Abraham to go back, turns his shoulder, turns and runs, and able to reach up with the glove hand, his left hand, and make the catch out there in the gap and record the first out of the inning.
And spun around and got it back in quickly, so Campbell would not have a chance to tag up and get over to third. Davey Wallace, shortstop. Another senior on this UBC club. Here's the pitch. Looked like he was going to offer it a bunt there, and takes ball one. Tyler Wilson, the center fielder, right behind him on deck, the number 9 hitter. So Pelton trying to get out of any more trouble after the big blast by Connor James on the first pitch at the bottom of the second. And that's the second home run that's been hit almost to the top of those left field bleachers, like a line drive in this series so far.
She just misses down in the zone with that one behind again. 2-0 here to Wallace.
So Pelton trying to settle himself down a little bit. Runner down at second, again 1 out, and a 1-1 tie. Well, here comes the pitch, and a shot and not. And the first baseman over there makes a big error, Michael Harkins, and a run will score. It's now 2-1, and Harkins, that's what, when they tell you that they let the ball play you, that's exactly what Harkins did. He let that hopper play him instead of him playing it.
Yeah, he had no choice but to take it on the short hop because it was hit so hard and right at him. But what he didn't do is get fully in front of it so that when it hit him in the chest, it would bounce and stay in front instead of hitting a glancing blow off his chest and going out into right field, allowing not only the batter to reach, but the runner on second to come all the way around and score and make it a 2-1 ball game.
Number 9 hitter, Tyler Wilson, takes strike one. Wilson, the center fielder. Two to 1 game now as Pelton could use a ground ball now to second or short someplace to get a double play. And that one's fouled out and the count 0-2. He looks still pretty confident up there. He hasn't been like some of the pitchers we have seen at times after giving up a big blow like that. All of a sudden they're all over the place or walking all over the mound, trying to get their composure back. And the runner goes, and a high shot, and it's going to hang up in the air. If he'd have got that in about 4 or 5 inches down toward the head of the bat instead of in on the hands, that
was a good breaking ball. You look at the 12-6 rotation on that curveball there. When I mean the hands on the clock, the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock position, curveball instead of going side to side goes up to down, and the batter there not able to get on top of it, pops it up to the center fielder, and there's 2 outs.
2-1 UBC. And the leadoff hitter, Mark Capone, grounded out. Goes after the first pitch and skies it up in the air again. And coming over to make the grab is Dover. So 2 runs across, starting off with that big blast by Connor James up in the left field bleachers. And UBC takes the lead 2-1 after 2 innings of play at the 2006 Avista NAIA College World Series on LCTV.
I'm getting my bachelor's degree in elementary education.
I'm getting my bachelor's degree in nursing.
And I'm getting my bachelor's degree in business administration.
86 degrees available. 17 students to each teacher. The lowest tuition in Idaho of public 4-year colleges. No wonder U.S. News and World Report ranked Lewis Clark State the best public 4-year college in the West. It all adds up. Lewis Clark State. Smart choice.
And welcome back to historic Harris Field on the campus of Lewis Clark State College in Lewiston, Idaho, the host school for this 2006 Avista NAIA College World Series. You're watching the game on LCTV and live for the first time on the webcast. Sean Emery along with John Phillips in game number 12, 2-1 UBC over Lubbock Christian as we go to the top of the 3rd inning, and the leadoff hitter For the Chaparrals, Adrian Abraham, left fielder, grounded out to second to start the game off and takes strike one from Doug Grant.
Abraham, a prototypical leadoff hitter, 344 with 34 stolen bases.
Grounds one right back on one hopper to the pitcher. Grant over to first in time. So Grant, after getting 2 quick outs and then 3 consecutive singles and giving up that run back in the top of the first, doing a good job since then. He has not allowed another base runner since that time. Misses outside to John Dover, the center fielder, grounded out to short for the second out of the first inning. 1-0 pitch swing and a miss. Strike one. 5 in a row retired by Grant. And the 1-1. 2-1. It'll be interesting how Pelton comes out of the dugout for the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, you're going to give up runs in this ballpark. It's a hitter's ballpark, and this is the World Series. You get some of the best hitters in the country. It's how you respond when you give up runs that'll make the success out of you.
Grant jammed John Dover, had a couple of hops over to shortstop Davey Wallace, and quickly 2 away.
Nice job by Wallace to get that hop. Waited for it to take that big hop, played it head high, and an easy routine play when you get a hop like that and there's 2 outs.
Well, here comes Blandon Hancock, the right fielder, number 3 hitter, who singled to left past the diving third baseman Tyler Hughes back in the first inning, and he scored the only run so far for the Chaparrals.
See if he's got some more 2-out magic in him once again.
That pitch inside from Grant, 1-0 the count. Pitch on the way and misses 1-1. And again, a great crowd on hand. Of course, as John said, UBC, the closest of any of the teams outside of LC, of course. And they brought quite a contingency of fans. Foul back, count 2-1 now on Hancock. And a good showing of folks from Texas, too. Lubbock Christian, and got a few Lewiston people around here, too, as they always show up for these ball games.
Sure, even if Lewis Clark's not playing here in the 7 o'clock game, they're still coming out to watch baseball. Memorial Weekend baseball in Lewiston's a tradition many, many years.
And a drive by Hancock. It is out of here, and we're all tied up. So we were asking if Hancock could come up with something with 2 outs like he did back in the first inning. And he not only did that, but he hit it out of the park, and we're tied at 2.
He had 12 home runs on the year. He is not lacking in the power category, even though he's not big in stature necessarily. He 12 homers, 61 runs batted in, and he goes deep over the left field bleachers out there, just to the right of the bleachers and to the left of the light pole.
Michael Harkins, that's singled to right field. Back in the first. 1 of 3 consecutive hits after 2 outs. The way this is going, we could end up with a high score. A lot of home runs already. Swing and foul, tipped it back to the backstop. Count 1-1. The air's not really heavy out there, so the ball's going to carry.
Yep.
If you get it up in the air with any kind of power, it's going to leave the park. No wind at all.
No wind at all. Cool, crisp night, and the ball's flying out thus far.
Harkins, a high hopper, scooped up by Wallace over to first baseman Johnny Yu, but a 2-out solo home run by right fielder Blandon Hancock ties this one up at 2 apiece. UBC coming up to bat in the bottom of the third inning at the 2006 Avista NAIA College World Series 50th anniversary. We'll be back after this timeout on LC TV. And back to Harris Field. You're watching the 2006 Avista NAIA College World Series. The 50th anniversary of that. Game number 12. That's about ready to go dancing again there. Game number 12. Day number 3, Memorial Day 2006. And we are all tied up at 2-2 going into the bottom of the third with the University of British Columbia, the home team in this game against Lubbock Christian. In another game in the battle of the winners here. Second game of today in that faction. First pitch fouled off by Tyler Hughes, who flew out to right field off of pitcher Raymond Pelton. And the pitch drives one deep. That's going back, and what a play by the center fielder, John Dover. We've seen some tremendous outfield play, especially from the center fielders in this series so
Yeah, this
far.
ball carried a little further than Dover thought. He's at about a medium jog, and then all of a sudden he's like, hey, I better pick it up a little bit here, and ends up running that one down in the gap out there for the first out of the inning. Again, as you mentioned just a few moments ago, the ball's carrying well tonight.
Johnny Yu, double to left field. Back in the first, takes strike one.
That big breaking ball again from the big, tall right-hander Pelton.
He's in the hole 0-1. And drops 2 in a row in there. 0-2 the count. Pelton again 7-4 in the regular season. And his ERA at 4.53. And worked quite a few innings, 103.1. And I think that's the first pitcher that I've seen so far that I've worked in the games that has went over 100 innings.
We've got one guy at Embry-Riddle, Brian Letko, that's got over 100. But other than that, I think you're right. So
Line shot, foul ball.
Johnny Yu hit the ball down that left field corner last time, but unable to put that one in play. He'll have to straighten it out a little bit.